Hey, what's going on, my friends? It's Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. And this morning we have yet another amazing guest. And I spent time with this guest met her in New Orleans at our most recent mastermind. That was a lot of fun. You can get to a mastermind. You should do it. You can go to legendarymarketer.com/enroll and get information about our 5-day challenge. You can get information about our blueprints program, or a ticket to a mastermind. And so with that being said, my friends, let's jump right into things this morning. This show is all about you and finding out what it's like for you to go on this journey with digital marketing and entrepreneurship. With that being said, Jen Hunter, welcome back to the show.
Hi, Dave. Can you see me?
I can see.
Good to be back. Good to be back.
Good to be back with you as well. What do you think of the mastermind?
Oh gosh, it was a lot of fun. I mean, I think obviously the programs were great, but just being able to connect in person with other marketers in honestly all different areas of careers. So a lot of people in the education space, in the, marketing space, me in real estate. I mean, it just like the way that you can it's such it's such an interesting term, the transferable skills. It truly is.
Yeah.
I think that was wonderful. And obviously, like New Orleans I have one of my best friends lives there. So being able to kind of work and play at the same time was a lot of fun too.
Yeah, totally. And I love actually meeting people in real life. It's one of the most fun things about this business is because we do all this stuff online. That we're all kind of like these like fictional characters to each other. You know what I mean? It's like, people meet me in there. It's like, they're like, oh, you're taller than I thought you were. You're this or you're that. It's like, right. Yes, like you're only seeing my avatar on the internet, and now you actually see me in real life and I see you and we sit down and we talk and yeah, we're all just putting our pants on the same way as the next person. And it's like, makes you realize that success is not as much of, it's not as much of a mystery as like we make it out to be. Like, you just gotta stick with it and put in the work and learn the skills, and not focus so much on, on the internet. It's so easy to see somebody's highlight reel. You see the glory, but you don't know the story, behind it. And how is your perception, including coming to the mastermind, changed of what it takes to succeed in this business?
I think for me, it's, and where a lot of my success started in January, especially with my social media account. And I think, everybody certainly will define success a little bit differently, but I think obviously as you grow your following, as you grow your social media, as you grow your the more practice that you do, the better, the more confident that you are. And I think you kind of understand okay, I don't have to be doing what somebody else is doing to be successful. And I think for me with my content, it's just being real. The more, and it's so frustrating. I think what was for me, as a new marketer, is you try to do what other people are doing. And then for me, it was just once you start being yourself and telling your story and being real with yourself and, talking on camera, maybe, I mean, I don't do much talking on camera, but in your dirty kitchen with the cabinets open because your husband left for work or whatever it is, it's just the more real you are, the more people will relate to you. And then the more people will connect with you. And then you just create that kind of know and trust persona, I guess.
So what were you doing at the beginning that was describe kind of what the first chapter of your marketing looked like, and how did you actually find the whatever it was, courage, simplification to be more authentic in I don't know, stop caring what people thought about describe the beginning, the defining kind of moment or time, and then like how you would describe what you're doing now. I guess you just did that, but
Yeah.
give us the other side of the coin so people can also like try to identify with you around what you were doing and maybe what they're doing too that's stopping them from being more comfortable in their content.
Yeah. I think it actually, for me, it came back to like sort of like the purpose. Like when I found Legendary is when I was ready to like take my real estate career to the online space, and I knew that I knew the power of the internet and how to connect with people both locally, nationally, with other brokers and things like that. But then I got sort of pulled into this education space, and was seeing all these people with great success, and I was like, okay, well, I love the product. So I was in this education space in the beginning, and with all the the noise of the side hustles and the all that, that I think a lot of people will first see when they kind of come across this make money online or creating an online business or being an entrepreneur. It kind of is all encompassing, and so you kind of go down this rabbit hole of that space. But I think when I first started, that's just where I was, and I actually did find a lot of success with that. But I think what ultimately has enabled me to take that success and kind of drive it towards this niche that I really intended to be in, was building my personal brand and just being myself and relatable and a mom, a working mom. I never wanted to quit my job. I'm very successful, right? So I just knew that there was an easier way to find leads and market myself as a successful, person, like a real estate agent, right? And so, I think a lot of people come to this space that like, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to quit my 9 to 5. I'm going to be done with it. But for me, like I never had that mentality. I never wanted to. I just wanted to work less and make more and just do things more efficiently, right? Like, I mean, if you, like, for an example, outside of real estate, like nurses don't become nurses because they don't like people or they don't like caring for people, and like gardeners don't become gardeners because they don't like, because they don't like cutting grass. It's like construction workers don't become construction workers because they hate using a hammer. Like you do things, you start a career because you sort of you enjoy it. At least that's the goal, right? And even this, like when you have this like trade, these wonderful trades that are essential for like us to like survive, you can you don't need you can do those things simultaneously with being an entrepreneur. Like I think people try to feel like they need to put all their eggs in one basket, and then at the beginning of your journey, if you're like you don't see all the success, you're like, oh my gosh, like it's over. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly where I'm going with that, but it just like I think becoming an entrepreneur and taking your career into the online space, you can do both and you can be successful at both. And I think it's important for people to not put all your eggs in one basket, and like use your digital marketing knowledge to enhance your career and make your day-to-day life easier. I mean,
Yeah.
so.
And I think that's one of the things that's hard to kind of connect the dots on is like, you're a real estate agent, right? Is that
Yeah.
right? So it's like, if you create, like you've seen so many people who have created like social media content around like their social media business, it comes off like corporate-y, like if anything ever feels like it's like corporate-y or salesy on the internet nowadays, it's just an ad. You just tune it out. It's just, you don't want to look at it. Right. So like if I look at your profile, your Instagram account, like although you have um, although you have like, um, it's clear you're making it clear that you are a real estate agent and
Mhm.
that people can book time with you to talk about their real estate goals or if
Mhm.
they want to buy a house. If I scroll through this, I don't see any corporate stuff. Like you're not sitting
Right.
in a pantsuit. You didn't go to a studio to get photos taken. Like that's like what most people do when they're like, okay, I'm going to build a website and I'm going to get on social media. I'm going to go down and I'm going to do a photo shoot,
Right.
right? I'm going to do a photo shoot
Yeah.
and I'm going to get professional headshots,
Right.
right? And that's going to be now I'm going to put that on my business card and I'm going to put that on my social media. I'm going to make a website and like getting online feels like a daunting task. Like it feels like a daunting task and it's also like, I hate being this professional corporate person anyway. Like most people don't like that. Like it's not who they really are. It's just your work. It's your
Mhm.
personality, right? And so it's like until you finally realize that like even if you want to connect with other people in your niche or like for you it's like you've got you've got an audience here of people who are like how would you let's put it in your words how would you describe your audience because you're certainly going to be with this style content in showing this side of your life
Mhm.
you're going to be attracting more than people who are just in the market to buy a house right now, right? You're
Yeah.
attracting people who are interested in your life, who are interested in motherhood, who are interested in either real estate. I mean, you're both helping real estate agents.
Yep.
You also are making it known that you are a real estate agent and could help somebody buy or sell a home. And you're
Mhm.
also talking about like digital marketing and social media.
Yep.
So it's like you kind of have multiple different types of people who are likely going to be interested in your content and by kind of creating this very authentic kind of behind the scenes very imperfect type of stuff like you're able to encapsulate all of those people and make it like entertaining to watch until they're ready to take action on one of those types of things that you have a business solution for. What would you add to that in terms of kind of who you're targeting and like who's watching the majority of your videos?
So yeah, I mean, and to be quite honest, like I've really dedicated this last actually couple of months this summer to really shift my target audience. So while I've created this strong personal brand and great following with kind of the working mom, the wanting to enhance your career and take your career to the online space, I have really kind of niched down. And I think a lot of people hear that term and it kind of scares you. I am niching down to target the real estate agent working mom.
Mm,
So, obviously if people know, like if you're going to look up to find a house and you work a full-time job, whatever career you're in, like when are you looking to find a house? You're probably looking nights and weekends, right? And that's
mm,
really hard for a working mom or a family to go and be looking for houses on nights and weekends.
mm,
So not only am I targeting that buyer and seller that doesn't want to spend their nights and weekends looking for homes, I'm also targeting that working mom, that real estate agent that doesn't want to be showing and working as many nights and weekends. Now, to be honest, yes, if you are in real estate, it is a very flexible job. So you are able to, balance that. But it's also like I can't, it's like I have 3 kids. I can't spend every night and weekend touring buyers and sellers. And I don't think any real estate agent, you have to be able to set those boundaries. But anyway, um, I think so. I have kind of that target audience of my buyers and sellers, which I've shifted content to include more things that will attract that. But then I also in the broad real estate niche, targeting that, for lack of a better term, that avatar of the real estate agent that also wants to find that balance. And by using digital marketing, you can find that balance because you can use your social media platform, or your blog, or whatever, marketing tool that you want to use to target, more buyers and sellers. And with that, you can use the education to create your own digital products towards those different avatars. You can do, you can do. It's just so expansive of the way that you can take it. So, so while my yeah. So I think that it's just, you can have one kind of broad. So while I was in the kind of the education digital marketing niche, I have really tried to pull myself into a hyper focused on real estate agents, the Seattle market specifically. It's just, I was afraid to do it for a really long time. But now I'm just seeing, like, I can't tell you how many conversations I've now had with just like local real estate agents, like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? How are you doing this? This is great. Can we talk? And just being able to connect. I think, the next step might be like presenting to my, to part of the, that my branch, of my agency. So, of how they can use their, relatable or, engaging content to find, to do something similar. So I haven't seen, there's only a few of us in Seattle, believe it or not, that are using social media to its like full extent, which is pretty cool. And I think it just across the board, you'd be surprised if you look in your own area, or if you look in your own career path. If you get out of the education, make money online, digital marketing niche, and start using your search engine on your Instagram and say, okay, like if I'm in nursing or gardening or, restaurant ownership, if you just start using the search engine to look at those, you'd be so surprised how many people are using digital marketing. And you wouldn't even know it because it's not flooding your feed right now. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, there's a couple of different, like, and even scrolling and looking at your profile, like there's also some themes for videos that are going really viral. I mean, one of the themes is mom content.
right.
Like I was looking at a couple of these videos that have, multiple million views, and there's a word, there's a word in here, either child or mom, that this one right here. I read a theory that said there are 9 minutes that have the greatest impact on a child's day, and I can't stop thinking about it.
Yep.
There's right here, 7.7 million views, mom tip. If
Yep.
you want to raise a good little humans, you need to learn the 7-7-7 rule of parenting. What I notice about your content, man, you're getting really good at writing hooks as the kind of main caption on your content. So it's like when this piece of content comes across, it's so easy. It's so easy to create this kind of content. I mean, the fact that people are not like crushing this is just insane.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you don't even have to talk in the video. You have to just get really good at creating awesome little kind of
the copy,
copy, right?
Yeah.
The copy, right? And then there's kind of a theme of your content, which is write an awesome hook in the video caption.
Yep.
And then write basically the content. It's almost like the blog post, the mini blog post, or the email in the caption. Like make it really good, make it valuable. And like the main call to action is just follow, right? Like follow Jen Hunter for more. certainly they can comment, learn for the beginner's guide. You throw that in there, but it's
Yep.
like the you know, it's it's such a. I mean, here we're talking about nine, whatever,
Yeah.
6.1 million views, 13,000 likes. I'm sure tons of shares on this video.
Yep.
When did you realize that content could be so simple?
Yeah.
And what are your kind of describe your process a little bit of kind of coming up with some of these cool ideas for these little hooks, like this
Yeah.
777 rule of parenting, or this one where you said there are 9 minutes that have the greatest impact on a child's day, and I can't stop thinking about it. Like, where did you
Yeah.
come up with those ideas?
I do read
Are you
blogs.
improving upon other things that you're seeing online? Are you just
Yeah.
improving upon those videos that you're in, getting
Yes.
the inspiration like an artist from other videos out there?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of um transferable. I do like to be in the mothering, the parenting niche, because that's who I can be relatable to. So I've been able to find a lot of mother content, or mothering or parenting content that I can translate into digital marketing. So while somebody that has a motherhood or parenting, or top 10 hacks of how to get your kid out of school on time, or whatever it is, I can take a lot of that content and repurpose it into my niche. And I
Mm,
think when it comes to finding hooks or things like that, like, you can really, like, I've actually found a lot of fitness accounts that I will use some of the fitness hooks and the fitness, either trending audio, or just kind of anything. It's funny and it's crazy. It's just, it takes practice. It really does. And I know it's frustrating for a new marketer. But I mean, my first 6 months, what is it? I think I started my account in May of 23. By December of 23, I had 580 followers. And granted, like, followers don't equate to sales, but they do equate to views and more engagement, which kind of, that's when things can exponentially grow for you. But I think I had my one first, I guess, call it a viral post, and it was really just one of my mom tips, I think. And it was, um I think I gained maybe 15,000 followers in 2 weeks. I mean,
mm,
it was very quick. And so I think just being able to, I think being able to find a pulling different niches into your own niche is where you can simplify creating content.
mm.
Um, Honestly, nobody wants to be in the real estate niche and see the same thing over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah,
Because that just gets boring. So if you can find a niche that's totally different from what your niche is, and bring it into your own and kind of make it your own. Maybe some of the copy is very, very similar. You're just switching out those keywords.
yeah.
Uh, you
I
don't
love.
have to overthink it. And then even some of my things, like half of my videos and even my really successful videos, are me just like tips in a while, because I'm, shifting my maybe I need to go to realtor tip or something. But, like, just raising a glass, your um followers, the people that will follow you, they will start expecting that. And they
Mm,
will know, when I come to my page, when I come to Jen's page, or when I come to this page, or I'm going to get my mom tip of the day, or I'm going to get my from a chiropractor, my chiro tip of the day, how, or from a, I don't know, from a therapist, my, stress reducing tip of the day, whatever it could be, whatever niche that you're in, you can translate, um, and just, I think for me, just like half of those videos that I take, I have to do with the audio off because I have, you know, a loud house, right? And so it just seemed to work for me.
Yeah, and that's awesome. I mean, and from what I gathered from your content, it's mom tips, it's real estate talk, it's also make money online and entrepreneurship. I
Mhm.
mean, that is kind of like you're the when I look at you and from not you as a person, but just your online persona,
Yeah.
like your Instagram page, like I see this multifaceted person who's like doing motherhood, doing real estate, and doing digital marketing. And like that's freaking cool. That's cool. And that's who you are. And I think that you've really nailed the personal brand piece while kind of intertwining like those three parts of your life. And they're the besides your marriage and your love life, like
Yeah.
those are the most important parts of your life right now in this chapter of your life. At least that's the message that you're giving off. And all the content that all of it's doing well, right?
Yeah.
All of it's doing well. I mean, every video that you have is getting 14, 30, 40,000 views, and then you have other videos that are going more viral than that. But I mean, it especially because there's such a theme in terms of the consistency of how it looks, right? Which is so it's so simple. That's the beautiful part, is that it's so simple. It's all like you might be talking about something, you might be talking about mom stuff over here, but you might be talking about like some sort of a make money online thing in another video, but it all kind of looks the same.
Yeah.
And that I think is really kind of cool because you've got both the consistency and the amount of content that you're putting in,
Yeah.
but you've also got this kind of consistent theme, and so people tend to become familiar with that. So not only are they expecting like mom tips from you and entrepreneur tips from you and also real estate tips from you, but that you've got like this kind of unique like feel in which they know they can get your content without, like, they've also got busy houses too. And I think that's the other important part about what you just said is not only is your strategy here, which is working really well, your strategy is it fits your life and lifestyle, and it's about your life and lifestyle, but it also fits the life of the person that you're targeting, which is like the mom, the real estate mom, the real estate entrepreneur or wantrepreneur, right? Somebody who wants to be. But it also fits their lifestyle because the way that you're delivering the content allows them to watch it without having to listen to it. And I think that's like really important. I think that
Mhm.
like that's a really important piece of your content, and why it's working so well is because like they get the hook, which gets them interested. And look, the headline of a video is sort of like the headline of a book, right? It's like, or the headline of a Netflix special. Like it's got to be good in kind of curiosity based. It's got to really be a hook for you to want to open it and look at it. And so you've got that kind of dopamine driven hook, right? To where you're throwing out that like it's like, okay, what the hell? It creates that curiosity, like
Mhm.
what is the 777 method, or like that video
Yeah.
that you made a moment ago. It's like, what is that? That sends dopamine to the brain. That's what we're all addicted to with our phones. It's like, what, I got to see that. I wonder what's going on social media, right? Like,
Mhm.
I need that constant. So you're giving them that, but then they can like read the caption. They don't have to listen to it. And I
Mhm.
think that's really important nowadays, depending on who your audience is, like um, for them to be able to just read it and consume it without it kind of blasting. Because people they don't have ear pods. That people are holding their phones while their kids are right there, while they're
Yeah.
in the kitchen or whatever, right? So they need to be able to do what they're doing on their phone without the audio blasting. And I think that's really key, and that's really important.
Yeah, and I mean, I think I at the beginning of market when I was starting, and you had asked me this earlier, is I had, you know, tried to do the talking head videos, and it was hard for me. It was, you know, it was difficult. I didn't feel comfortable on camera. I still don't feel comfortable on camera. It's not, I feel much more connected with my audience doing an audio message in DMs or email. I can't tell you, like most people, it takes a little bit more time, but connecting with my audience in DMs and via email is kind of like my bread and butter now. It's like a lot of people say selling your stories, and that is a phenomenal way to kind of make sales or get people to download your lead magnet or things like that. But I connect much better with in my DMs and in my email with my audience. And you know, it might not be the perfect way to do but I found success with that, and I'm certainly not ashamed of it. It's you know, it works. And I think that's the other thing too, as a new marketer, you have to find what works for you. It's not what work is working for somebody else is not going to work for somebody else. It's like if you see somebody's viral video, like trying to replicate it. I mean, I've actually done several of my own viral videos and try to replicate it a second time. Doesn't work. So I don't know if it's a social media algorithm thing or what, but it's like you have to, the uniqueness is important too. So
totally. Yeah. I mean, there's, you know, social media, they've really kind of nailed these algorithms in a way that really kind of continues to favor organic content. Like the more authentic and organic it is, otherwise, like you could just like literally screen capture somebody's video and post it on an account and it would do exactly the same, right?
yeah.
And that would be a problem, right? Because everybody would be like not only copying other people's stuff but stealing it, right? If there was going to be absolute outcome. So like, and I think that can be frustrating when you're creating content, because it's like how do I know what's going to work? And the shitty yet awesome answer is you don't.
No.
Like you don't. And I think that example that you just gave is spot on, because it's like, yeah, you can recreate. I've even seen people post the same video that went viral before and didn't the second time.
Right.
And it's like, so, you know, you have to be willing to continue to like I guess, and I've said this a million times before, fall in love with the process and not with the outcome.
Yeah.
Right. Because if you do, you're going to get disappointed. You got to fall in love with the process. And everybody's story is, yeah, that one that I didn't really try in or that I thought was a crappy piece of content ended up going crazy. And it's like, you can never really predict, right? Exactly what the outcome is going to be. How do you, I mean, are you a perfectionist? Have you struggled, or has that been a difficult kind of concept, the testing element of marketing? And what's your advice for people who just have a hard time grasping all marketing is a test, including every single video that you're going to post?
That's a great question. Okay, so I think the thing that people forget is there are like 3 types of content that you really want to deliver to your audience. You want to educate, you want to inspire, and you want to entertain, right? And so by creating 3 different types of content, you're going to have 3 different types of results. And it took me a long time to accept that, because I know some of my inspirational content will get more views, will get more engagement, will get more likes. Some of the educational content, it's not as fun to consume, right? But my audience needs that. So I think I could get a video with 6 million views on an inspirational piece of content, and then the next day post something educational and it'll get 10,000 views, you know? So um, it's just, you have to sort of accept that you're not going to go viral on every post. And that should never be your goal, to go viral on every post. You have to create a broad spectrum of content, you know, bingeable, relatable content for your audience to, one, want to follow you, and then two, be like, hey, what is this person all about? And maybe I should download their lead magnet and see what's on. And then once you have that, you can either engage in DMs, engage in with your email campaign, um, in that respect. So I think creating content, it has to be, you know, it can't just be throwing spaghetti on the wall. You really have to. And it took me a while to even create like a content calendar of like, okay, this day I'm going to post about this type of stuff. This day I'm going to post about this type of stuff. And, you know, that's what I've done these last couple of months to really shift my target audience. But yeah, you can't expect everything to go viral, and you really don't want to.
Yeah.
So.
No doubt. No doubt. What have you learned about yourself throughout this process, Jen?
I think I've learned that, you know, I'm so much more capable than what I thought I was. I mean, 2 years ago, I was on social media scrolling just for, you know, after the kids go to bed, you know, and it's a really powerful tool to enhance your career, and you don't have to give that up. Like if you truly do love your career, but you're working too much during it, like using digital marketing to kind of relieve that day to day, you know, your goal shouldn't, it's hard because I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm just sick of my job. I need to be an entrepreneur, and it will make my life easier. Well, you're going to work more as an entrepreneur, right? I mean, it's like you're so invested and so passionate about what you're doing. You want to work more, and you do work more because it's exciting. It's fun. It makes work not feel like work again, you know? And I think that's what it has been for me is, I've learned that, you know, work shouldn't be that hard. It should be fun. And yes, there's going to be stressful times in any job, in any career, but like using digital marketing and using social media, it makes it more fun. You know, you like there are some cool nursing pages. You know, I saw one the other day of just like some anesthesiologists that are just like killing it online, but they also love their career, and they've just kind of been able to blend the two. It's just like, and I think that's what I think a lot of people are missing. And as far as this like work burnout and everything like that, is we should, you know, we have to figure out a way to make work fun again. And you don't have to just quit your job and be, you know, because you're miserable. Just like you can be an accountant. Like I have I have an accountant that I work in a mentorship group with, and she loves accounting, you know. It's like, and she's created, you know, so there's just like so many different ways that you can kind of make work fun again. And I think that that's what I've learned is like work is fun again. And I'm not burned out, and I'm not, you know, I'm busy, but it's fun busy, you know, and it's a good balance. So.
Yeah. Look, this is amazing stuff, and like great points. And I love that you're really on the kind of cutting edge of like what's like it's finally clicked for you, and you're able to use your like creativity and you're even integrating your career and just kind of, yeah, unwinding that whole gotta quit your job. I think that's like such a powerful thing, because you're right. Like we've like as a society, we've gotten back into like regular life. Like after the pandemic, um, it's like, yeah, everybody was at home during the pandemic, and that's cool. And everybody was like either doing their thing at home with their family and just kind of scraping by, or starting a new online venture, right? Because we were all stuck at home. But like most people are back at work now, right?
Right.
So they're finding it cool to like you said, to hear about people's ordinary lives. And like, if you do have a job, figure out how to make that a strength for you instead of a weakness. Like,
Exactly.
don't be embarrassed that you have a job. Like,
No.
jobs are good. Jobs are awesome. And
Yeah.
it's not really the job that sucks. It's the way in which you're portraying the job, in
Yeah.
the fact that you're miserable and you're choosing to be miserable versus choosing to be grateful and kind of proud that you are like an honest, hardworking person.
Mhm.
And you can be an honest, hardworking person and also be an honest, hardworking entrepreneur on the side.
Mhm.
It's not one or the other. And that makes total sense to people nowadays. Like, the gig economy, whether you're driving an Uber or doing affiliate marketing or doing something online, it makes sense with the price of things nowadays. Like, it's hard to
Yeah.
afford stuff. So we get it. Like, the mainstream America in the world gets that. And then, the fact that with you and your content, what I see is that you're encapsulating everything you're saying here, but you're also like you are a great mom. Like, you're giving awesome tips and showing how, reminding your viewers that the time that your kids are small are a precious time, and trying to be a healthy parent and trying
Mhm.
to have healthy parenting skills and coping skills. And like, that's awesome stuff. Like, that's cool as shit right now. And nowadays people are really loving that kind of stuff, because
Mhm.
we're all really, like, we all have enough information to realize that, yeah, I could really traumatize the hell out of my kids, or I could, like, there's enough information just on Instagram for me to be a better parent. Like, I can,
Right.
right? Like, most
Yeah.
of us are getting all of our information from social media anyways. It's where
Yeah.
we get everything from. It's the modern day encyclopedia, right? So, um, so I like that you're just encompassing all that, and it's really obviously resonating with people. And I'm just really proud of you, and love seeing you win.
Thank you. Thank you, Dave.
All right. Well, hey, it's been fun. Thanks for coming on this morning and giving us an amazing interview and a great show. And we'll talk to you soon. Okay, come back and see me in the real near future and keep us posted on your journey.
Okay, I will do. Thanks, Dave.
Sounds
Everybody.
good. See you, Jen.
Bye.
All right, my friends, what a great episode. Just such like actionable stuff. So like simple and practical. It's just worth a rewatch, man. Worth a rewatch. You can find Jen at _Jen Hunter. Oops, sorry. Hi, Jen. Hi again. I just hit your there. All
Okay,
right.
you,
See
Dave.
you. um, yeah, like totally just so simple. Like, sometimes the simpler the better. And Jen's a great example of that. Super cool human too. Met her at the mastermind, and so super chill and down to earth, and just, yeah, like, that's what I would encourage you to come to a mastermind if you can. Like, meet people like Jen and get connected, and yeah, make some new friends in this world, in this industry, which can otherwise sometimes be a little bit lonely and make you feel like you're all alone in this. You're not. We're just kind of spread out throughout the country and the world. So again, you can find Jen at _Jen Hunter. Awesome stuff. Definitely worth a follow. And my friends, yesterday I actually offered a couple of different things. First and foremost, I've been talking about the accountability mentorship program we have. If you want a free accountability call, you want to get some free accountability tips, as well as learn about our accountability coaching program to kind of hold you accountable to execute, to get the results that you want, we'll hook you up with that. You can email me personally at dave@legendarymarketer.com. Just email me the word accountability. Okay. Second, if you would like a free call with me personally, look, I've been asked quite a bit about coaching and consulting, and do I do those kind of things? Not personally, but there is a way in which I could at least talk with you, answer your questions, and do it one-on-one. Like, just sit down with you and just answer whatever question you have, give you a quick few minutes of coaching or insight or feedback, help you out however I can, answer questions about our affiliate program. If you want to partner with us here at Legendary, our affiliate program and just our marketing side, which includes our affiliate program, has been, super successful and helped a lot of people have a lot of success. It's not required, no purchase necessary, but if you're interested in actually promoting our products and taking our education to your audience to, help them to get some of the results that you see people have in this community and that you've seen people have in this community, I'm happy to give you a few moments of my time. And so you can email me with the subject line affiliates, or affiliate program, or free call about affiliate program, whatever you want to say, but just make sure that you have affiliate program in there. And I'll send you my calendar link, and you can book a few moments of time with me, and I'll answer questions. This is if you're already promoting or you want to promote, and you have a question. Again, you can go sign up for our affiliate program without jumping on a call with me, certainly. But I'm just like going to spend a couple of weeks just, giving some of my time to our affiliates to make sure that you are super clear, that you feel good, that you feel comfortable, that you have your questions answered. If you want some feedback on something, I just want to be here for you. And I want to let you know that, we appreciate you and that you're valued and that we want you to be successful if you're promoting our products out there. We want you to make money. We want you to be successful. We want you to bring value to the marketplace. And, I'm happy to give you some of my time in order to help you to do that. So you can email me at dave@legendarymarketer.com. Just make mention of the affiliate program, or you want a free call with me, and I'll send you my calendar link for that. And that's all I have for you today, my friends. Jen, thank you again for an amazing episode. And we'll see you all back here tomorrow for another episode of Wake Up Legendary. Get out of here and have a fantastic day. Peace.